A very good morning to all of our Sports Today family members. And yes, today is the start of the first ODI between India and Australia at the PCA Stadium in Mohali. Remember, the final pit stop before the World Cup indeed. Three ODIs. Some have actually stated that the India versus Australia series has been viewed too casually by the Indian team. Why so many changes? Why has there been so many changes in the first two ODIs, and then you're playing with your World Cup core essentially only for the third ODI? Well, Rahul Dravid in the press conference yesterday, which I have also done a separate video on, he stated that it can be looked at two ways. One, this series can be viewed as a rest for some individuals. Second, it can be viewed as proper game time for people who have been injured, for the likes of Shreyas Iyer, for the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, for the likes of all the others who want to stake a claim in the Indian team before 27th or the 28th of September. Game time was also very crucial at this point in time. That's why Suryakumar Yadav, this series is going to be very important for him. Shreyas Iyer, this is going to be a very important series for him. And also for others like Jasprit Bumrah who want to get into game time. So this three-match ODI series is going to be a very important series for both. Remember, Australia are facing a reverse. Some of their key players are coming back and they would want game time. So Mitchell Starc, Steve Smith, Glenn Maxwell, all of them are in the series at this point in time. But today, Mitchell Starc and Glenn Maxwell are not there. They are not going to play in the first ODI because Starc is yet to recover from the shoulder and groin soreness that impacted him in the England tour. Maxwell also is recovering from that foot injury that he sustained. Now, as far as the weather is concerned, yesterday there was a bit of rain in Mohali, and many people are stating that maybe at the start there could be a bit of rain. But apart from that, there will be no weather interruptions. It's absolutely clear here in Chandigarh and Mohali and those sides. Maybe at the start you may get a bit of rain, but then apart from that, there will not be many interruptions indeed. So there will be a lot of dew. Remember, Mohali at this point in time, there is plenty of dew. So the team that wins the toss might want to might want to bowl first because they want to avoid the most of the dew. And remember, 4 years ago at the same venue, you saw Australia chase down 359, in which dew conditions were so bad that they just could not hold the ball. And also because of the low lighting in Mohali, catches can also be dropped. So that is why India versus Australia, whoever wins the toss today might want to bowl first so that chasing can become a bit easier. And anyway, it is also a flat deck as well. So it is probably one of the flattest decks in this tour aside from Indore. So Indore and Mohali are the flattest decks on offer in this particular thing. So the weather, there'll be plenty of dew and rain might play a part at the start. Apart from that, we may not see any further interruptions at this one. But again, remember, the weather is very fickle at this point. You don't know when the rain will come or will there be any amount of rain whatsoever. So India versus Australia, it is a very important series. If you want to look at it, the Indian team have made so many changes. Two ODIs, a different squad altogether. The third ODI, you're going to see the core. But Rahul Dravid did give an explainer as to why the senior players chose to rest. Well, I seem to be having a net connection issue at this point in time. I'm very, very sorry, folks, for whatever has happened. So just bear with me for a couple of minutes and I will get back to you on. Yes. So sorry about that, folks. I just had a net issue connection at home. So please bear with me for that. So India versus Australia today. It is going to be a very important match as far as World Cup is concerned. Only three matches. As far as the other teams are concerned, England versus Ireland, it's a very bad situation because rain abandoned the first ODI. Even New Zealand versus Bangladesh, even that match was abandoned due to rain. So we are down to the last two games for England, Bangladesh and New Zealand. For India, they'll be hoping no rain interruptions, and that is why it's going to be a very, very important match, a very important series, 22, 24, 27. So this is the current situation when we have to look at India versus Australia. Dew factor, a little bit of rain at the start. Apart from that, no further interruptions in play as far as it's concerned. Now, in cricket, we saw that the New Zealand versus Bangladesh first ODI was abandoned due to rain. And it is very important to note, Bangladesh were actually dominating New Zealand, but because of a 97-run partnership, New Zealand managed to get to about 130, 140 before the rain once again wreaked havoc. And that's why the first ODI was abandoned in England. The ODI was abandoned without even a ball being bowled. So that is why it's going to be a very important match. Please, no further rain interruptions. We've already seen hell of a lot of rain interruptions during the Asia Cup, and it really stalled the momentum of the players indeed. Now, before I take all your comments from cricket, I will shift my attention a bit to the Asian Games, because in the morning there have been some major updates. Vishnu Sarvanan, he managed to top one of the races in the ILCA 7 category when it came to sailing. Now, what is ILCA 7? International Laser Class. That is ILC. And 7 is the size of the rudder that is there. So, in one of the sailing races, Vishnu Sarvanan actually managed to top the heats. And that is why this will be a very important event, because you might have a situation where on day 1, sailing and sculling will actually give you a lot of medals in the Asian Games. So it's all geared up for that, because Arjun Jat and Arun Yadav, they are in the final as well. That will be on 24th. And today in the single scull, there is going to be Balraj Pawar. He is in the semi-final, and he also will be aiming to get to the final. So if he gets to the final, sculling is actually going to give you a lot of medals. Then you've got sailing events that are happening at 1:30 today. There is a pentathlon event also that is going to happen. But now, as we speak in Guangzhou, the table tennis team is currently in action with the likes of Achanta Sharat Kamal, India taking on Yemen. And as I speak, Sharat Kamal has won the first game, and you're going to see Satyan Gyanasekaran in action shortly. The women's team take on Singapore, the likes of Manika Batra, Shrija Akula, then you've got Sudirta Mukherjee, Ahika Mukherjee. They are all going to ensure that maybe India can do a repeat of 2018. Remember, when it comes to Asia, it's China's domination in TT. They are the greatest sporting entity ever in this sport. So, China in table tennis is an absolute behemoth. India will be aiming to match the 2 bronze that they won in Jakarta, Palembang in 2018. So, that's a good start for them. Satyan Gyanasekaran has won his first game. India have gotten off to a great start against Yemen. But India's women's team face a tricky challenge against Singapore. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. So Balraj Pawar in the men's scull event M1X, that semi-final is up at 1:30 today. Already you have seen Vishnu Sarvanan top one of the heats, and that is why in the ILC 7 category. Then you're going to see the likes of Netra Kumanan and all the others ensure that they do very well. By the way, even in windsurfing, Chitresh Tata finished 5th. So that is why he is going to be a kind of a good contender as well. So, incidentally, on September 24th, you might see a lot of medals for India. On day 1 itself, you'll see a lot of medals for India, because sailing, sculling are doing very well at this point in time. So, great updates when it comes to the Asian Games as well. Good start for India. The target that they want to win a lot more medals than Jakarta, Palembang. Already they have started off well, especially in rowing and sculling. Tomorrow is the official opening ceremony, and then tomorrow also you're going to see India play in the semi-finals as well. And then on 27th, you will see India take on, if they reach the final as well. So both India and Pakistan in the women's section have made it to the semi-finals. Now let's see how they fare on 24th. Now I will take some of your comments. Do you think Sky will get chances in all the matches so that he's well prepared if needed in the World Cup, Sindhu Sinha? Absolutely. Sky will get a lot of chances. He's going to play all the 3 games. And remember, if Suryakumar Yadav does well, then your number 4 situation is also sorted. Because if Shreyas Iyer is injured, you can then bank on Suryakumar Yadav to do very well. That's the reason why this series is very important for Suryakumar Yadav to once again re-establish his credentials as one of the best players in white ball cricket. He's done well in T20Is, but in ODIs, even after 30 plus matches, he's still not found his mojo. And that's why this series is important. If Suryakumar Yadav struggles, then Shreyas Iyer will have to shoulder the burden of the number 4 position. I think Suryakumar Yadav then will not get most of the games in the World Cup. This series, he will get chances. But remember, he's going to bat at number 6. That is what Rahul Dravid had said in the press conference. That Suryakumar Yadav is going to bat at number 6. They want to test his finishing ability as well. So if Suryakumar Yadav prospers at 6, well, then maybe it's going to be important. What would be the playing 11 for India today? As we had discussed in the dugout yesterday, mostly Ishan Kishan and Shubman Gill will open. Maybe there is a chance for Tilak Verma or Rituraj. I think Tilak will get the nod because he's been in the team far often, and Rituraj, maybe they just want to look at him as a backup opener. Then you've got Shreyas Iyer at 4, you've got KL Rahul at 5, you've got Suryakumar at 6, you've got Ravindra Jadeja at 7. Well, at this point, then if you look at 8, 9, 10, 11, see, it will be Bumrah at 11, that is for sure. Then you've got maybe Washington / Ashwin, maybe in that sense, that's your number 8. 9 is Shardul Thakur, 10 either of Siraj or Shami. Maybe you will pick Siraj because it's Australia. So after his all of 6 for 21, maybe you will pick him in that sense. Then Freaking Awesome is saying Mohali is reasonably pacer friendly, whereas Indore is slightly spin friendly. I think only in the second ODI India might play with 3 spinners. Maybe even. See, Mohali is one of the flattest decks that you can get. It's a high scoring deck, and even in the IPL you saw a lot of high scores being made there. Then Indore, yes, it may be spin friendly in test matches, but in ODIs it's an absolute belter of a track, the Holkar Stadium. So maybe even there you might get to play 2 spinners or 3 spinners. It all depends upon the team composition at this time. Then Australia will win the series and match. They are more balanced teams. Satish B is saying, maybe, but look, even Stark and Glenn Maxwell aren't there. And remember, Australia, having lost 3 ODIs against South Africa, they now will be hoping that they do not go on a downward spiral. Because remember, with Australia, sometimes they go on a winning streak, but they also can go on a losing streak as well. And if you go on a losing streak just now, then it is bad news for them when it comes to the World Cup. Yes, they are a very intimidating team with batters, power packed, but I don't see them, if they are on a losing slump, and especially in India where they have always struggled in the past decade, it will be an uphill task for them. And that's why, as you rightly point out, one of the he prefers ball coming onto the bat, flat conditions. It suits his style of play better as he often sweeps. Sweeping often is dangerous in slow wickets. I meant Sky. Yeah, see, this is a kind of wicket, Mohali, where he might actually go berserk. And remember, at number 6, he could face the music. He may not have to face the spinners that much. That is why this ODI series is very, very important for Suryakumar Yadav. If he doesn't perform in the World Cup, he'll just be there low on confidence. And after that, maybe India will look beyond Suryakumar Yadav in ODIs, if that is the case. So that is the current. Yes, Sindhu Sinha, I'll take this final comment. But if Sky performs well, so then does it justify his selection over Sanju Samson? Sindhu, again, I will say it's a different role. Surya is not competing with Sanju. Everybody is missing that point. Sanju was competing with Ishan and KL Rahul as a wicketkeeper bat, not a pure bat. That was the clear dynamic that the team management, the clear message the team management had given. KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson. These were the 3. KL Rahul was a match winner. Now, Ishan Kishan has grabbed upon his opportunity in the Asia Cup and the West Indies series. That is why these 2 spots are sealed. Sanju could not have come in behest of Suryakumar Yadav because of different roles. Sanju can't play as a pure batsman. I'm sorry, he's a wicketkeeper bat. And if he tries to just do a batting thing, where will he fit in? Shreyas, Surya, who are already there. Sanju was way down the pecking order. And remember, Sanju's injury in February, March, that was the death knell. That was the period in which his chances took a major hit. That's the problem. So that's the situation, folks. We are all geared up for an action-packed Asian Games today as well, and we are also going to be live at 12:45 for the India versus Australia. And Asian Games, remember, Balraj Power 130 semi-final. If he makes it to the final, India can win a lot of medals on day 1 of the Asiad. It's a big, big thing indeed. And table tennis is already going on. Achanta Sharad Kamal has already won his first game. Satyan Gnanasekharan is also about to start his game. India women are going to take on Singapore as well. Lots and lots of action today. And remember, yesterday, if anybody missed the football action, Sunil Chhetri scored his 93rd goal. And because of that, India won against Bangladesh 1-0 to keep their chances alive. India women, unfortunately, after leading for the first half, they lost 2-1 to Chinese Taipei. Now they'll have to play 46th ranked Thailand in order to ensure that they stay alive. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.